So today and tomorrow, there are basically three sections left in this book. They are not practices anymore. They are more like summary of what we have done in the 28 days and how to use these practice go forward. So I'm going to try to finish the three small sections or chapters in 2 days, today and tomorrow. And after that, we are going to get into the concentrated gratitude practice, like we are speaking now for a few days. And then we are going to start the same book again on July 7th. So your magical future. And this is going to basically help us understand from this point on, there is no everyday practice. So, how can we use these practices and without any confusion? What do we do on a go forward basis? So, what Rhonda Byrne is saying now is you are the builder of your life, and gratitude is your magical tool to build the most incredible life. You have now laid a foundation through these magical practices, and with the tool of gratitude, you are adding more flows to the building of your life. So, everything that we have done until now is the foundation. Okay, and now you mix and match the practices, you enhance the gratitude that you do, and then you start building your life on top of that foundation. Your life will climb higher and higher until you touch the stars. There is no end to the heights you can reach with gratitude, and there's no end to the magic you can experience. Like the stars in the universe, it is infinite. Like I have shared it multiple times, like we do Amritvilla at 4:30 a.m. EST every day. And every single day, people share in less than 10 or 15 seconds, everybody shares one good news that happened yesterday. So think about yesterday, I put an emphasis of rather than living from one vacation to the next one or one big news to the next one, everybody has gotten to a point, people who are attending the Amrit Vela, that they're able to share one good news every single days. So that is the mindset shift that you get after you start practicing gratitude. To speak gratitude is courteous. So whenever you hear a thank you, you do something for somebody and you hear a thank you, you say the person is very well mannered, very courteous and pleasant, right? To enact gratitude is generous and noble. But to live gratitude is to touch the heaven. And how do you live gratitude? Living gratitude means examples like I was sharing. You start experiencing a good experience or a good news every single day. You start putting magnificent outcome, which is one of the practices that we did earlier, into your to-do list. Your calendar starts to have slots to practice the practices that we have learned until now. That is how you start living gratitude. When gratitude becomes your second nature in your mindset, and without thinking, you start practicing gratitude, that is when you start living gratitude. Okay, this particular quote was said by Johannes A. Gartner. He was a professor or theologian or poet. The ideal way to move forward from here is to maintain the foundation of gratitude you have built and gradually keep building on it through increasing your depth of feeling. So think about it this way. We have learned such beautiful 28 practices in this book, right? Now the book has finished. What happens if you close this book and move on with the life the way you were living earlier? What's going to happen? We're going to forget, right? We are going to get back to our older ways of living. We are going to start taking things for gratitude. We are going to start again feeling anxiety, too much thinking, overthinking. I'm not happy. People are not meeting my expectations. I have a certain mindset where everybody around me should be listening to me. My children should be listening to me. My parents do not support me the way I want. We go back to that. The whole idea is we have learned so much. We don't want to go back to those practices. We don't want to start taking things for granted, right? So, the more you practice gratitude, the deeper you will be able to feel it. And the more deeply you feel it, the less time you will need to give to it as a guide. One example that we had used, and one of the practitioners had shared it in one of the earlier sessions. Um, if you do not continue focusing on your shifted mindset, consider your brain as a garden. If you do not put focus or take care of your garden, what's going to happen? Your garden will be taken over by the weeds very quickly, right? You will have to continue nurture your garden that you have prepared. You will have to put water. You will have to put the fertilizer. You will have to take out the weeds. The weeds in our mind is what? It's our thoughts. Any bad thought that is coming, we will have to make sure that we pull it out. So you have set the foundation. Now go forward is your maintenance job. So for that, what is Rhonda Byrne suggesting? 3 days a week of remember the magic. We did remember the magic yesterday, right? Or combining it with two other magical practices of your choosing should maintain your current foundation of gratitude and keep building the magic in your life so that your life continues to get better and better. For example, you might choose to do remember the magic on one day, magical relationships on the second, and magic money on the third day. 4 days a week of remember the magic, or incorporating it with three other magical practices of your choosing will maintain your gratitude and accelerate the magic. Now, here are different combinations. Rhonda Byrne is suggesting do this 3 days and combine it with other 4 days with other practices. The other combination she's giving is 5 days a week of remember the magic, or incorporating it with four other magical practices of your choosing will dramatically increase your happiness and the magic in every area and circumstance of your life. 6 or 7 days a week of remember the magic, or incorporating it with any other magical practices of your choosing, and you will become the true alchemist. I hope you guys remember what is an alchemist, who can turn everything into gold. So do not, if you have read the book, The Alchemist, it is basically a living philosophy where a person was so wise in his thought and in his actions that anything that this person was touching was changing into gold. That is the book, The Alchemist. What Rhonda Byrne is saying is, don't take it in the literal sense, please. You will not be able to change every metal or everything you touch into gold in the literal sense. However, if you change your thought process every day, you will have an experience which is going to make you feel that you are surrounded by gold, that your life is precious, your thought process is precious, whatever you're doing is giving you happiness. Okay? Magic practice recommendations to keep the magic continuing in the important areas of your life, like your happiness, health, relationships, career, money, and the material things you own. You could do the specific practices for each area once a week. This is very important. And this is what we say. If you are, if you need to focus in one area of your life, if one area needs a little bit more nurturing in your life, any area, whether it is happiness, health, relationships, money, career, job, um, start doing the concentrated practices. What does concentrated practice means? See, we have learned 28 different practices. We have touched all areas, right? If somebody is struggling in a relationship, a concentrated practice in that area means that you start doing gratitude of all the relationships, past, present, future in your life. If you want, if you're struggling with in the financial situation, you start doing concentrated practice in the money area. Anything in the past, present, everything, small thing, big thing. And money, once again, doesn't really mean that somebody has given you cash in your. Money is also, you get money when somebody's paying for your coffee. When you get a free lunch from work, we take those lunches we get at work. So granted, what's a big deal if the company is paying for my one lunch? It is a big deal. Make it a big deal. Make it a big deal in your head. Say thank you for that. You will, because see, the whole point is whether your company or the organization you're working for, whether they pay you or they give you a free lunch, believe it or not, you will continue to work there for some amount of time. I'm not going to say forever. So that extra free lunch that you got one afternoon is richness, is riches in your life. So make sure that you say thank you for that. However, if you want to increase the magic in any area of your life, you should give more thorough and increased practice of gratitude for that area several days a week. If you are unwell, you will want to do the magical practices for your health every day, if not multiple times in a day. Remember, you can never do excessive of gratitude. There is no such thing as too much gratitude. The following recommendations will easily guide you toward the magical practices that will have the strongest and fastest effect in that area. Follow the recommendations in the relevant area of for 3 weeks minimum, doing each recommended practice once a week. So these are again the recommendations. Relationships, you do the chapter or the practices on magical relationships, magic dust everyone, magically heal your relationships, magic wand. The magic wand practice can be used on people you know using photographs or on people you don't know without photographs. You can imagine people in your mind when you're using the magic wand. Magic mirror. Remember the magic. Very, very curiously, I want to highlight something. If you have to work on relationships, why is magic mirror important? You want to improve your relationship with other people. Why is magic mirror important? Magic mirror, everybody I hope remembers, you sit in or stand in front of a mirror and you talk nicely to the person and you give gratitude to the person you see in the mirror. Why is magic mirror so important when you are trying to build your relationships with other people? Your first relationship is with you. If you cannot be respectful to yourself, do not expect other people to be respectful to you. If you do not enjoy your own company, if you cannot like the person you see in the mirror, please do not expect or complain when other people do not like you or do not enjoy your company. Apply the law of attraction. You have to have a good relationship, respectful relationship, and a loving relationship with yourself before other people can reciprocate in the same manner with you. So it is very important. Health. If you want to focus on health, these are the chapters that are on your screen. Magical health, magic dust, everyone, magic and miracles in health, magical air that you breathe, magic wand, and remember the magic. If you want to focus on money, magic money, money magnet, the magic check, the magic wand, the magic mirror, remember the magic. Career works like magic, magic test, magic wand, magic mirror, remember the magic. Magic mirror keeps appearing even in your other areas of your life. Your boss cannot be respectful and nice to you if you do not be respectful to the person you see in the mirror. I think I have stressed it enough. If you are in the money area, money is not going to love you or come to you if you do not like the person you see in the mirror. The first thing that you got to work on is building a beautiful, beautiful relationship with you. Your desires. We made a dream list at the beginning of the chapter. We touched on that dream list again and again through different practices in this book. You're working on your desires. Magic mirror, I want to focus there. Appear again. Right? Magic mirror is a practice. I have said it before, it comes hardest. It is the most hard practice to get accustomed to. It is the most difficult practice for a lot of people, especially the beginners or the early practitioners. But this is one of the most important practice. And I keep repeating myself, if you cannot have a good relationship with yourself, do not expect other people to have a good relationship with yourself. You have to enjoy your company first. Only then other people will start enjoying your company. If you cannot enjoy your company, you will always be lonely. That feeling of nobody's liking me, nobody's listening to me. It's the foundation of removing those feelings from you is doing the magic mirror. Build a relationship with the person by sitting in front of it, by sitting in front of a mirror. Magic rock. We have been doing this practice every single day from day 2. You can make the magic rock practice a part of your daily life. And I'll be honest, all the experienced practitioners, including myself, magic rock. We do it every single day. And a lot of times what we have also do is I have a magic rock by the side of my bed. I have a magic rock in on my working desk. I have a magic rock in my purse that I carry. And if I'm not able to move forward while I'm working on something, I just hold my rock. What does a rock really does to us? At the end of the day, listen, it is a rock, right? But it is when you work with something every single day, like we are working on the vision board in another workshop, and I stressed so much so yesterday, putting beautiful pictures, printing the vision board on Canva or ChatGPT. It's just one piece. What does really work? What really works is working with your vision board every single day, right? There is an exchange of energy with your vision board when you are sitting with it every day. Same thing happens with the rock. When you are telling your rock every single day the good stuff that has happened with you during the day, what is actually happening? One, you are conditioning your mind focusing on the good stuff. What happens? So, the magic rock practice, you basically do it at the end of the day when you are ready to go to sleep, right? Either people are scrolling reels when they are in the bed before sleeping, or they are very anxious. How did that person tell me that? How could he say that to me? He's so mean. Or people are wondering about how's my work going to be tomorrow? Um, what's going to happen at the work or whatever is happening in their life. We take all those thoughts out before we sleep and we hold the rock and we tell all the good things that has happened with us during the day and we pick one thing and then we say thank you, thank you, thank you for that. Right? And you do it every single day. So two things are happening. One, you are exchanging the energy with the rock. Some people may think rock is not living. I'm not going to discuss that honestly. Think of it as something, think of the magic rock as your buddy. And some of the belief systems, Native Indians, they think that rock even has a spirit, but I'm not going to get into that discussion. That's out of scope for this book. But at a minimum, you are holding a rock and you are telling the rock and you are having an energy exchange, right? The second thing that is happening is um, you are training your subconscious mind right before you sleep so that the subconscious mind, the last thing it is hearing is gratitude and thank you. And in your sleep, when the subconscious mind is actually activating, your thoughts are all about gratitude. So you wake up much more rested, much more relaxed, right? Now think about the same rock or another rock. Actually, we have multiple rocks now. I have in my wallet or I have in my purse. Every time I'm putting my hand in the purse, I touch that rock. It is just a quick reminder for me, say thank you. It's that's what happens. You touch the rock and whatever is happening right there in the moment, you say a thank you for that. Or you are forced to find something to say thank you. It is also connecting you to one of the five elements. Earth, right? Rock is part of the earth. We consider it's connecting you to one of the five elements. So, one practice, one rock helping you in so many different ways. So, you can make the magic rock practice a part of your daily life by continuing to keep your magic rock by your bedside and using the time you get into bed as your reminder to be grateful for the best thing that happened with that day. You can also carry your magic rock with you in your pocket. And every time you touch it, use it as your reminder to think of something you're grateful for. You know how we set the alarms in the phone? Magic Rock is just an alarm, just whether you put it in your purse or pocket or wherever, it's a reminder that we use to find something around you to say thank you. Magic dust. You can also make the magic dust everyone practice a part of your daily life. Other than sprinkling magic dust over the people who serve you, there are many more ways to continue using this practice. You can sprinkle magic dust over everyone and everything. If your boss is a bit grumpy, you can secretly sprinkle magic dust over him or her. This particular practice, I used to do it all the time when I was working in the corporate. Sitting in a meeting, one person is a little antsy. Um, Whatever the situation is, it's getting out of the norm. Try doing it. Working people, try doing it. You're gonna see big difference. You can sprinkle magic dust over a family member or loved one if they are in a bad mood, or anyone you come across who needs some magic in their life. You can also add magic wherever you go and sprinkle magic dust over babies and children, over the plants or garden, your food and drinks, your computer or your mail before you open them, your wallet, car, phone, before you take or make a phone call, or over any circumstance that you want to improve. The many applications of magic dust are limited only by your imagination. And this is very true. We have had practitioners sharing that few plants were not doing well in their garden. They did the magic dust and it starts to work. You can put it on the living people, people who are serving you in the restaurants. Um, if you're traveling, people who are checking your tickets, anybody. It's up to you. It's up to you. It's your imagination. How far do you want to take this practice? The magic never ends. I practice gratitude every day of my life, and it's inconceivable to me now that I could have lived days, months, and years without practicing gratitude in some way every day. Gratitude has become a part of my personality. It is in my cells and it's a pattern in my subconscious mind. But if we get caught up in life and forget to practice gratitude, over a period of time, the magic will evaporate. This is also very true. Like if anything, and it goes with anything, right? If you do not continue in a certain area, a skill, if you do not polish it further, you're going to forget that skill, right? It's going to take some time when you go back to it. I use the magic in my life as my guide to let me know if I'm practicing gratitude enough or if I need to practice more. This is also very important. I'm going to read just this one line one more time. What is Rhonda Byrne implying here? Try to understand. I use the magic in my life as my gratitude to let me know if I am practicing gratitude enough or if I need to practice more. I watch my life carefully. And if I find that I'm not feeling as happy, I increase my practice of gratitude. What is the first byproduct of not doing enough gratitude? Apply the law of attraction, everybody. If you are not thankful, what is the law of attraction going to do? It's going to give you more opportunities and experiences to be not thankful for. Not thankful for meaning not very happy, right? So when she feels that she's not feeling very happy, what does she do? She increases the gratitude practice. If a few little problems start appearing in a particular area of my life, immediately I increase the magical practices of gratitude in that area. If we are not feeling the best in the health area, start doing concentrated practices in the health area. Financial area, if there are little troubles, start doing concentrated practices in financial area. I am not blinded by false appearances anymore. Instead, I look for the goodness to be grateful for in every circumstances, knowing that it is there. And then, like a puff of smoke, what was unwanted magically disappears. I started out giving thanks for small things, and the more thankful I became, the more my bounty increased. Law of attraction. That's because what you focus on expands. And when you focus on the goodness in your life, you create more of it. Opportunities, relationships, even money flowed my way when I learned to be grateful, no matter what happened in my life. This was said by Oprah Winfrey. And this is just another example. All the big personalities, famous personalities, successful personalities, we have seen so many examples now that they practice gratitude in one way, shape, or form. Through the practice of gratitude, you're using an infallible law of the universe, law of attraction. It is a gift from the universe to you, and it exists in order for you to use it and advance your life. I'm going to stop today here, and tomorrow we are going to finish the remainder. Um, Let me stop sharing. Tomorrow we are going to finish reading the book completely. Any question? Anybody wants to bring anything? Tomorrow is going to be the last reading session for the book. And after that, few days, we are going to do concentrated gratitude practice before we start the book again, same book again on July 7th. Anybody has any question, anything? Everybody understood the law of attraction, right? And how to solidify these practices into your daily life. Okay. If there are no questions or comments, thank you so much, everybody. Have a magical morning, day, afternoon, wherever you are joining from. And tomorrow we're going to connect one more time to finish the reading of this session. Okay. Thank you so much and enjoy your day.